Ready to see the fastest SVs hitting the streets in 2025? These rides aren't just big and flashy, they're straight-up speed machines. From insane horsepower to jaw-dropping tech, we've got the top 10 fastest SUVs you need to know about. Stick around and let's dive in. Number 10. 2025 BMW Alpina XB7. Top speed, 180 miles per hour. 0 to 60 miles per hour, 3.9 seconds. Okay, picture this. You're cruising down the expressway in something that looks like a well-behaved luxury SUV. But the moment you floor it, boom. You're pressing 180 miles per hour. And suddenly the Starbucks cup you just bought is in danger of becoming a permanent part of the dashboard. Welcome to the BMW Alpina XB7, the gentleman assassin of the SUV world. The 2025 XB7 isn't just another X7 with an attitude. It's what happens when you hand the keys of a luxury yacht over to a mad scientist. Alpina, BMW's in-house speed whisperers, took the already impressive X7 and dialed it into something that blurs the line between boardroom and backroad burnout. Under that elegant hood sits a 4.4-liter twin-turbocharged V8 that's been massaged to deliver a heart-thumping 631 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. That's enough juice to launch this 5,800-pound Bavarian behemoth from 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. Yeah, you heard that right, 3.9. For something this big, that's basically magic. And if you're thinking, well, that power is probably wild but untamed, think again. The ZF 8-speed automatic transmission shifts so smoothly, you might mistake it for telepathy. Plus, Alpina's tuned suspension with active roll stabilization and rear-wheel steering means you can throw this thing into corners with the confidence of a sports car, and it won't even flinch. The XB7 rides on custom 23-inch Alpina Classic wheels wrapped in high-performance tires, hugging the road like it's trying to make it feel safe. Inside, it's like a private jet cabin on wheels. Lavellino leather, hand-finished wood trim, and quilted stitching that whispers, yes, you've made it. You also get a 12.3-inch digital cockpit, Alpina-specific graphics, and a Bowers & Wilkins Diamond surround sound system that makes your playlist feel like a live concert. Long trip? No problem. The seats have ventilation, massage, and memory settings because, obviously, if this is the kind of car content that keeps you hooked, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. We've still got 9 more monsters to go. And trust me, they only get faster from here. Despite its luxury leanings, the XB7 can still flex. It's got launch control, an all-wheel drive system with torque vectoring, and adjustable ride height. So whether you're cruising through Lagos traffic or making a silent escape through twisty mountain roads, this beast adapts like a boss. Oh, and did I mention the top speed? Yeah, 180 miles per hour. In an SUV, that's faster than some older 911 Carreras, and you can still carry 6 friends in their gym bags while doing it. This SUV isn't about loud exhausts or overstyled body kits. The XB7 is a power suit with a twin-turbo engine. It's for the driver who wants a taste of motorsport under a curtain of class, like showing up to a drag race in a tux and still taking the win. Number 9. 2025 Bentley Bentayga Speed. You're in a vehicle that looks like it's chauffeuring royalty to a 5-star resort. But once you tap the throttle, it transforms into a leather-wrapped rocket ship. That, my friends, is the 2025 Bentley Bentayga Speed, a speed demon in a tuxedo. Let's start with the crown jewel, Bentley's legendary 6-liter twin-turbo W12. Yep, W as in wow. Because this monster is still kicking out a beastly 626 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque. In SUV language, that's basically telling gravity to sit down and shut up. 0 to 60? Try 3.8 seconds. That's blink and it's over territory. And the top speed? A completely unbothered 190 miles per hour. That's faster than some Ferraris, and this thing has picnic tables in the back. While most high-performance SUVs trade comfort for speed, the Bentayga Speed goes full British diplomat. It delivers both, like it's pouring you tea during takeoff. The ride quality is unreal. Thanks to the Bentley Dynamic Ride, their 48-volt active roll control system that keeps the body flat in corners and composed over bumps. Basically sorcery on wheels. Pair that with the all-wheel drive system, a lightning-quick ZF 8-speed transmission, and carbon ceramic brakes the size of pizza pans, And this 5,400-pound beast doesn't just move, it glides, then growls. Step inside, and you're wrapped in handcrafted leather, real wood veneers, and knurled aluminum finishes that feel more like a custom yacht than an SUV. The diamond-quilted seats offer heating, cooling, and massage functions in both front and rear, because obviously, you've got a 10.9-inch infotainment screen, a 1,780-watt name for Bentley audio system, ambient mood lighting, and an actual aroma diffuser. Yes, this car literally has a vibe manager. Now let's talk performance nerd stats. The Bentayga Speed's air suspension can raise or lower the ride height based on drive mode. And in sport mode, it firms up the steering and tightens everything for maximum grip. You also get launch control, because nothing says elite chaos like a Bentley doing drag strip numbers. And then there's the exhaust note. Bentley retuned it to sound more aggressive. Still classy, but with a savage undertone. It's like hearing James Bond lose his temper.
This SUV isn't about showing off, it's about showing up. It's for the power player who wants a status symbol that can also outrun traffic on the Autobahn. Whether you're showing up to a wedding or storming through the Alps, the Bentayga Speed does it with all-wheel drive swagger and 190 miles per hour with the big new. Think we're done flexing? Not even close. Stick around, because next up is an American icon that's got supercharged venom running through its veins. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming up next. Number 8. 2025 Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat. If you ever looked at a family SUV and thought, yeah, this is nice, but it needs 700 plus horsepower and the ability to terrify my neighbors, Dodge heard you loud and clear. Enter the 2025 Durango SRT Hellcat, an SUV that asks one question. Why settle for a school run when you could start a stampede? At the heart of this American muscle mammoth is a 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8, the same Hellcat engine that powered some of the most iconic modern muscle cars. This thing punches out a thunderous 710 horsepower and 645 pound-foot of torque, enough to launch this big-bodied brute from 0 to 60 in just 3.5 seconds. Let that sink in. A 3-row SUV, with car seats and goldfish crumbs in the back, can outrun a Porsche 911. That's just disrespectfully fast. Mash the gas and you'll hear that unmistakable supercharger whine, like a banshee on a mission. Dodge didn't even try to make this SUV quiet, and we love them for it. The exhaust roars like it's angry at the pavement, and honestly, it kinda is. But this isn't just straight-line chaos. Dodge gave the Hellcat version a proper track-tuned suspension, adaptive damping, all-wheel drive, and massive Brembo brakes to rein in the madness. This thing corners better than it has any right to, and still handles like a big, bad performance machine. You've also got launch control, launch assist, and a performance pages menu on the Uconnect screen that lets you track G-forces, horsepower output, and 0 to 60 times. Because bragging rights are a lifestyle. Inside, you get a surprisingly refined cabin with Laguna leather, red stitching, ventilated seats, a 10.1-inch touchscreen, and a flat-bottom steering wheel that reminds you this is no ordinary Durango. And yes, it still has room for 7 passengers, meaning you can scare your entire extended family in one ride. Want to tow your boat at warp speed? You can. It's rated to tow 8,700 pounds. No SUV this fast should also be this practical. But here we are. What sets the Durango SRT Hellcat apart isn't just the numbers. It's the vibe. This SUV isn't trying to be subtle, sophisticated, or understated. It's raw, rowdy, and loud, basically America on wheels. It exists to remind the world that sometimes more really is more. This thing could have gone extinct, but Dodge brought it back for 2025 with the attitude turned up even higher. No hybrids here, just good old fossil-fueled firepower with a punch-in-the-face personality. So, if you've got a family to haul and demons to exercise from your right foot, the 2025 Durango SRT Hellcat is your ride. It's not for the faint-hearted or the light-footed. Number 7. 2025 BMW XN Label Red. Forget what you thought about BMW's M Division being strictly about tight corners and Nürburgring lap times. The 2025 BMW XN Label Red is here to flex in a different league. Think ultra-luxury, twin-turbocharged, plug-in hybrid flex with just the right amount of evil baked into the throttle. This isn't just the most powerful M car ever made. It's the biggest, boldest, and most controversial one too. Under that aggressive sculpted hood is a powertrain that reads like a flex sheet. A 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 paired with a high-output electric motor. Combined power output, a wild 738 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque. This hybrid monster will slingshot you from 0 to 60 in just 3.7 seconds, despite weighing over 6,000 pounds. That's supercar territory in an SUV the size of a luxury condo. What's crazier? It can still cruise in silence on electric power alone for up to 30 miles, perfect for stealth missions through traffic, before unleashing mayhem with one toe tap. The XM Label Red is no lazy Luxo barge. It's fitted with M xDrive all-wheel drive, rear bias for drama, active roll stabilization, and adaptive M suspension to keep that big body agile through corners. You also get 6 driving modes, including a hybrid, electric, and of course, the Beast Mode Sport Plus. The 8-speed M Steptronic transmission snaps through gears like it's late for a fight. Let's address the elephant in the parking lot. The XM's design is a love it or hate it affair. It's got split headlights, a massive kidney grille with red accents, and squared off everything. It's bold, brash, and refuses to blend in, which is exactly the point. Sitting on 23-inch wheels and glowing with M badges, the Label Red Edition makes sure everyone knows it's not your CEO's X5. Step inside and you're greeted with merino leather, carbon fiber accents, a BMW curved display, and more mood lighting than a rooftop bar in Berlin.
But the real treat? The M Lounge rear seats. BMW didn't just throw in a bench. They made the rear feel like a VIP section, complete with Alcantara trim, heating, cooling, and a panoramic roof to remind your passengers they're riding in something special. If this kind of luxury-laced savagery is your vibe, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, would you rock the XM Label Red, or is it too over the top for your garage? BMW isn't playing it safe here. The XM Label Red is BMW M's statement piece, a hybrid that doesn't whisper about going green, but rather screams that performance has evolved. It's unapologetically extra in every way, and whether you love it or not, you're definitely looking. For 185,000 plus, you get a rolling contradiction. Brute force wrapped in a velvet glove with a lightning bolt under the hood. It's not perfect, it's not subtle, but it's powerful, polarizing, and pure M. The 2025 XM Label Red isn't trying to be an all-rounder. It's trying to be the loudest voice in a room full of Ferraris. And honestly, it's working. Number 6. 2025 Rolls-Royce Cullinan Black Badge Blue Shadow Edition. The name's long, the presence even longer. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan Black Badge Blue Shadow Edition isn't just an SUV, it's an interstellar lounge on wheels built for billionaires who think Earth is boring. Inspired by the Karmann line, the edge of space, this Cullinan doesn't just conquer roads, it levitates above them with grace, power, and a price tag that laughs in Bugatti. The Blue Shadow name isn't a gimmick, it's a nod to Earth's atmosphere fading into space. The exterior wears a custom stardust blue finish, loaded with mica flakes that shimmer like a galaxy under sunlight. Think deep cosmos meets flex on wheels. You also get satin-finished aluminum trim, smoked chrome accents, and exclusive 22-inch polished wheels that roll smoother than your playlist on a Sunday drive. This cabin? It's NASA meets Nobu. The Starlight headliner now features a custom glowing moon pattern made of fiber optics and perforated leather. The seats are wrapped in the softest leather on this planet, with a unique edge-of-space embroidery pattern that feels like you're sitting in a futuristic observatory. And of course, lamb's wool floor mats, because even your shoes should feel rich. Beneath the hood is a 6.75-liter twin-turbocharged V12, tuned for 600 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque. That's enough to launch this 6,000-pound behemoth from 0 to 60 in just 4.5 seconds. Gracefully, of course. The Black Badge tuning sharpens throttle response, stiffens suspension, and gives the Cullinan some serious bite to go with all that beauty. It's not track ready, but that's not the point. The point is pulling up to Monaco, silent as a whisper, then storming off like a hurricane. Rolls-Royce's flag bearer system uses cameras to scan the road and prep the suspension for bumps before they happen. Combined with air suspension and four-wheel steering, the Cullinan floats over imperfections like they're not even real. It's the closest thing to riding a private jet without leaving the ground. You get a high-resolution infotainment system, bespoke audio with 18 speakers, voice control that doesn't fumble, and rear seats that can massage you into a coma. Everything's customizable, from the color of your dashboard stitching to the exact shade of your seat belt buckles. The Blue Shadow Edition is ultra-limited, only 62 units globally, and each one costs well over $500,000. That's before your bespoke embroidery of your dog's constellation gets added to the headrests.
The Cullinan Blue Shadow Edition is unapologetically Rolls-Royce. Craftsmanship at its peak, performance turned up just enough to wake the V12 beast, and styling that dares to be galactic. It's not built to compete. It's built to be worshipped. Whether you see it as too much or just enough, one thing's certain. It's the ultimate expression of space-age swagger on Earth's roads. Number 5. 2025 Porsche Cayenne Turbo e-Hybrid Coupe GT. If a Porsche 911 had a rebellious older brother who loved brunch and blasting through the Autobahn, it would be the Cayenne Turbo e-Hybrid Coupe GT. This isn't your average hybrid. This is Porsche saying, save the planet, but don't be late doing it. It's not just a Cayenne with an electric hug. It's a performance lunatic with 729 horsepower, surgically sharp chassis tuning, and one of the most aggressive stances Porsche's ever sculpted onto an SUV. Under the hood lives a combo that sounds like a science experiment, but performs like a sports car on Red Bull. A 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, paired with a 174 horsepower electric motor for a combined 729 horsepower and 700 pound-foot of torque. It rockets to 60 miles per hour in just 3.4 seconds, which, let's be honest, is insane for something that can haul 4 golf bags and still do the school run. Porsche gave it a new 25.9 kilowatt-hour battery, letting you drive around 37 miles silently. That means early morning coffee runs in full electric mode, sneaky fast and neighbor-friendly. But once you hit that throttle, the V8 roars to life like it just escaped a cage. This SUV doesn't just go fast, it handles like it's cheating physics. You get rear-wheel steering, torque vectoring, Porsche dynamic chassis control, and active suspension that reads the road like it's scanning for potholes with a PhD. It's so planted through corners, you'll forget it weighs over 5,700 pounds. And yes, it's been tuned on the Nürburgring, so it's not just sporty by SUV standards, it's sporty, period. From the outside, this Cayenne Coupe GT means business. A lowered stance, aggressive front fascia, lightweight roof spoilers, giant ceramic brakes behind 23-inch GT wheels. It looks like it skipped leg day and focused on attack mode. Inside, you're cocooned in GT-specific sport seats, with Alcantara and carbon fiber everywhere. The center screen is crisp, the interface is snappy, and the digital cockpit feels straight out of a video game. Oh, and the Burmester 3D surround system? Chef's kiss. That is, if you're not too busy listening to the V8 scream through a titanium exhaust. All this firepower comes with a price, starting around $205,000. But for Porsche's fastest and most advanced Cayenne ever, it's basically a deal, if you squint and ignore your bank account. Are you team Lambo Urus SE or team Porsche Cayenne Turbo e-Hybrid? Drop your pick in the comments, and if you're enjoying this ride through elite SUVs, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more luxury performance heat. This Cayenne isn't just a performance SUV. It's proof that hybrids can be exhilarating, aggressive, and even a little obnoxious, in the best way possible. It's what happens when Porsche lets its engineers go full mad scientist. Number 4. 2025 Maserati Grecale Folgore. You didn't think Italy would sit out the EV arms race, did you? Enter the Maserati Grecale Folgore, a fully electric, attitude-filled masterpiece that fuses Dolce Vita style with brutal acceleration. This isn't some mellow city crawler. It's Maserati's electric middle finger to boring crossovers. It's fast, fierce, and draped in tailored Italian leather, with enough torque to peel tarmac. Powered by 2 electric motors, one on each axle, the Folgore throws down a staggering 800 Newton-meters of torque. That's about 500 horsepower, and a limited top speed of 220 miles per hour, though unofficial reports claim it could go faster if uncapped. It hits like a sports car, but all you hear is a faint electric whine. It's like watching a lion roar on mute. Underneath that seductive shell lies a 400-volt, 92-kilowatt-hour battery pack that supports fast DC charging and gives you around 310 miles of range. That's plenty for a few mountain passes or a dramatic night escape from the lawn. But the real gem? Maserati tuned its software for emotion, not just efficiency. You'll feel every surge, slide, and silent punch. The Folgore rides on Maserati's new Giorgio platform, giving it sports sedan reflexes in an SUV body. You get air suspension with adaptive damping, rear-biased all-wheel drive system, instant torque vectoring, and a driving experience that feels more like a Gran Turismo than an SUV. It's all killer, no filler. It's elegant but mean. Curved, almost feline LED headlights, flush pop-out door handles, aerodynamic tweaks that reduce drag without ruining its shape, and that signature trident logo glowing like it's charged with thunder. Inside, you'll find sustainable Econol upholstery, recoddled from fishing nets, a 12.3 digital cluster, 8.8-inch HVAC display, and even a digital clock that changes modes with your drive style. Oh, and the Sonus Faber sound system? It doesn't just play music, it orchestrates it. The Folgore starts at around $160,000, but it drives like it should cost more. It's not just about speed, it's about how it delivers that speed. With Italian flair, Tesla-beating performance, and zero emissions. So here's the question, are you down with silent speed? Or do you still need the growl of a V8? Let us know your vibe in the comments. And hey, if this is your kind of SUV showdown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exotic EVs and gas-powered beasts. Cus Folgore literally means lightning in Italian, and this Grecale wears the name like a crown. It's not trying to be the next Tesla, it's trying to be the first Maserati EV, and it's nailed it. Bold, fast, emotionally tuned, and unmistakably Italian. Number 3, 2025 Range Rover Sport SV. You know Range Rover for elegance, presence, and luxury that whispers, old money. But the 2025 Range Rover Sport SV? It took that polite, upper-class vibe and dropped it in a protein shake. This thing is jacked, loud, fast, and aggressive, but still sips tea with its pinky out. The SV is what happens when the Queen's Ride joins Fight Club. Under the hood, a 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8, co-developed with BMW and borrowed straight from the XM Label Red. Here's what that means in real-world chaos. 626 horsepower, 590 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. Top speed, 180 miles per hour. This SUV weighs more than a hippo in armor, yet it moves like a sports coupe, thanks to an 8-speed automatic that shifts quick and hard, and AWD that grabs pavement like it owes it money. What really makes the Sport SV shine isn't just raw speed, it's how it stays glued to the road. It's the first Range Rover with 6D dynamic suspension. That's a fully hydraulic, anti-roll setup with pitch control. Basically, it eliminates body roll without using traditional anti-roll bars. You can corner like you're in a Porsche, but still float like you're in a Rolls. It feels athletic and confident without sacrificing ride comfort. It's like wearing Jordans with a tux and making it work. Slide into the cockpit and you're met with ultra-futuristic luxury. Carbon-backed SV performance seats with built-in body and core temperature sensors. 27-speaker Meridian signature sound system with transducer-driven seat bass shakers. A curved 13.1-inch touchscreen, floating center console, and vegan-friendly ultrafab. And the best part? When you launch it, the entire cabin responds. The seats grip you, the screens glow, the whole car leans in like it knows you're about to do something reckless. From a distance, it's recognizable as a Range, but get closer and you'll notice. Aggressive front fascia with deeper air intakes, optional carbon fiber accents and forged wheels, a unique carbon bronze matte paint exclusive to SV buyers, plus active exhaust that rumbles deep and angry even when just pulling into a Whole Foods. It's still elegant, but every line screams, try me. The 2025 Sport SV starts at around $181,000, and Range Rover limited production to about 3,500 units globally. Translation, if you see one in the wild, you're staring at the Bentley of bruisers. Comment below, is the new Range Rover Sport SV worth that price tag? Or are you going full exotic with a Lambo Urus? The 2025 Sport SV is a Range Rover, but only in name. Underneath, it's a tech-heavy track demon with manners. It'll do 180 miles per hour on the Autobahn, drift through a mountain switchback, then valet park itself like a butler. Refined, ruthless, and ridiculously fast. Number 2, 2025 Lamborghini Urus SE. Okay, you know the Urus. It redefined what a luxury performance SUV could be. But the 2025 Lamborghini Urus SE, this ain't just a refresh, it's a revolution. It's Lambo's first plug-in hybrid SUV, and somehow they made it even more psychotic. Picture the same fire-breathing rage, now with an electric ghost mode. Let's break down this new hybrid monster. a 4.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8 paired with a 25.9 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery. Add in an electric motor integrated into the 8-speed auto gearbox. Together, it punches out 789 combined horsepower. 0 to 60 miles per hour, a head-snapping 3.4 seconds. Top speed, 190 miles per hour. In a hybrid SUV. Oh, and it offers up to 37 miles of pure electric range. So yeah, you can cruise silently through the city like a stealth jet before unleashing V8 thunder on the highway. Lamborghini didn't just slap a battery in the trunk. They completely re-engineered the whole drivetrain. The battery sits above a new electronic rear differential, improving weight distribution. The rear axle steering and torque vectoring system make it dance like a Huracan with a higher roofline. It was cold tested in Sweden at minus 36 degrees Celsius to make sure it dominates in any weather. This isn't a soft plug-in for eco-points. This is a Lamborghini you can launch in snow boots. The Urus SE got a sharp visual glow-up too. A new floating hood design, matrix LED headlights that look like fighter jet eyes, a 35% more efficient rear diffuser for better aero, and 23-inch Galanthus wheels hiding carbon ceramic brakes bigger than a GT3's. Every piece is sculpted for both speed and savagery. If a Transformer had Italian parents, this would be its final form. Step inside and the cabin hits you with that signature Lambo chaos meets class. A 12.3-inch touchscreen that runs faster than some laptops, massaging seats that cradle your soul while doing 160 miles an hour. An air ionizer that purifies the cabin like a luxury spa. Materials? We're talking Alcantara, forged carbon, aluminum, and madness. It's the most opulent Urus yet, and still begs you to downshift and wake the neighbors. All this next-gen fury, it'll cost you around $258,000. That's a small fortune, but let's be honest, if you're shopping Lamborghini SUVs, budget isn't your top concern. Be honest, would you trade in the growl of gas for the whisper of electric if it came with 789 horses and a Lambo badge? The 2025 Urus SE isn't just Lamborghini's most powerful SUV, it's a rolling science experiment that passed every test in fire and fury. It's brutal, it's clean, and it's the future, wearing bullhorns. Number 1. 2025 Ferrari Purosangue Pugnator. Forget what you thought an SUV could be. The 2025 Ferrari Purosangue Pugnator isn't just a super SUV, it's a hypercar disguised in utility form. Ferrari took their race-bred engineering, threw out any notion of compromise, and created an all-wheel drive V12 monster that eats road for breakfast. This isn't Ferrari going soft, this is Ferrari going savage. No hybrid tricks here, no turbo, just a good old naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 belting out 718 horsepower. A red line screaming all the way to 9,500 RPM, 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.2 seconds. A top speed of 196 miles per hour. And best of all, the sound. That V12 wail, it's pure mechanical symphony, no fake noises here. The engine is derived from the 812 Competizione, meaning it's not just powerful, it's also race-tested and track-proven. Ferrari went nuclear on the chassis and weight game. A carbon fiber monocoque body cuts down weight by 15% compared to aluminum. It uses titanium connecting rods and a 12.6:1 compression ratio for explosive response. Active magneto-heological dampers adjust suspension stiffness every 1/1000th of a second. Yes, faster than a blink. It handles like a ballerina on Red Bull, 1.2 grams of lateral grip to be exact, thanks to Ferrari's Formula One-inspired FATV torque vectoring system and brake-by-wire tech. Stopping power? Insane. 17.3-inch carbon ceramic brakes, bigger than those on the LaFerrari. It sheds speed from 124 miles per hour to 0 in just 115 feet. Tires? Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2Rs, built for corner domination and daily drama. Aerodynamics go full Transformer 2. At 75 miles per hour, the active rear diffuser deploys. At 155 miles per hour, it produces 220 pounds of downforce to keep this beast glued to the tarmac. Inside, Ferrari takes luxury and motorsport and blends them into a sensory overload. 4D active seats. With hydraulic side bolsters, they literally hug you through corners. A central Manettino dial with race mode that sharpens throttle response to a crisp 85 milliseconds. Dual clutch 8-speed transmission shifts in just 150 milliseconds, faster than a Porsche GT3. And yes, despite all this madness, you still get 13.6 cubic feet of cargo space. Grocery run, anyone? You want this level of performance? You're looking at $423,000. That's nearly $500,000. But you're not just buying an SUV,
You're buying the only Ferrari you can take to a ski resort without calling a valet. If you had the keys to the Ferrari Pugnator for just one weekend, where are you taking it? Drop your fantasy route in the comments. Alpine roads, Monaco coastal run, Dubai highways? And hey, tap that like button if you think V12s still deserve a place in the SUV world. Don't forget to subscribe for more unfiltered breakdowns of the world's fastest, loudest, most absurd rides. The 2025 Purosangue Pugnator isn't just fast, it's Ferrari's loudest mic drop in the SUV game. No hybrids, no filters, just raw, primal V12 chaos wrapped in Italian luxury. It's the apex predator of SUVs, one that doesn't just chase speed, it hunts it. That wraps up our countdown of the top 10 fastest SUVs of 2025, from EV titans to hybrid beasts and full-blooded V12 royalty. Which one would you take home? Let us know below. And if you enjoyed the ride, give us a like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode of Horsepower Meets Headlines. Auto Verge, no hype, just horsepower.